Aloha and good morning. I'm Brandy and I'm coming to you from Honolulu, Hawaii. I am one of the co-founders of SheBoss Nation and I'm actually shooting at night, but I'm telling you good morning because I'm going to build off of something that Kylie and Casey talked about in day 1. Dixie also referenced this in day 2. And right now we're on day 3. We're in the first week of our 90-day coaching program. So I'm going to build off of something that I feel is very important for us as we are embarking on this 90-day journey together. But before that, I would like you, if you're excited about this and if you're going to be following with us, I know that you're probably in our group. But if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe here at our YouTube channel and definitely give us a likes on these videos. We do have our private group that we are very happy to be a part of with you. And if you're watching this video, but you're not a part of our private group, just go ahead and drop below private group and we will get you into that private group. Now, that being said, I'd like to introduce to you the law of diminishing intent. And this is a unspoken real law in the universe of success and business. And what the law of diminishing intent means is that there is a universal law that even if you want to do something, you may have plans of doing something, you may have the best intentions of getting something done. If you don't do it quickly, if you don't do it when you want to do it, when you know you should do it, then more than likely time will go by and that intent that you had to do it will diminish. So how many of us as business owners know what it's like to have a million things we have to get done and maybe not accomplish during that one day what we thought we had to do? And then what happens is the next day we have 1,000,001 things to do. And then the next day after that, we have 1,000,002 things to do, and you know how the story goes. So as business owners, as home-based business owners, building a business online, network marketers, direct sales, affiliates, we run our own businesses. This is a business that you're basically creating your own economy by the actions that you take every day. And it is by those actions or by the lack of actions that we can either be successful or unsuccessful. And the people who are successful are the ones who know what to get done when they need to get it done. So I'm going to be as bold to say that in these next 90 days, I am going to ask you to prioritize these trainings. And I don't want the law of diminishing intent to eat up your day and you not get the training that you signed up for, which is the training that's found here in this group. So as you know, every day a piece of training will be dropped into this group, a video, an audio, and all you have to do is show up every day and listen to that training. So what I'm going to suggest to you to do is actually make this the very first thing you do. I want you to make this training right here a priority to you. And trust me, if you do this for 90 days, it'll be transformational for you. 90 days may seem like it is a short amount of time if you look at the grand scheme of things, but do not underestimate what can happen in your life, in your mind, in your heart, in your business. Don't underestimate what kind of foundation you can build for yourself if you do what we're going to ask you to do, and that's show up and get your training every single day. So I'm going to ask you to wake up every morning and have that pen and paper like Kylie talked about, like Casey talked about, like Dixie talked about. Have that pen and paper near your phone. If you're going to look at your phone first thing in the morning, it's okay because we're not doing that thing where we're checking emails or looking at notifications. You're waking up and the first thing you're doing is you're feeding your mind and your heart what you need so that you can continue achieving your goals, and your why is behind your goals. So get that pen and paper out, write out what it is you feel like you need or what you're getting from the trainings, and do that every single day. Drop your comment on the YouTube video right here. Share your comment in the group. And the reason why we're dating out these videos is because you're going to be able to measure, because we're going to go day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and you're going to be able to go along with us and measure through the whole 90-day process. So I'm going to do something special for you today. I'm actually going to introduce to you one of my mentors, somebody I consider a mentor. It's going to be really fun because going through these 90 days, we're going to share with you our tips, our tricks. We're going to introduce you to mentors. We're also going to introduce to you some other business partners that we have, not just co-founders. It's going to be a great journey. But today I'm going to introduce to you one of the most amazing men who has inspired me, who has taught me a ton in this business. I've never met him personally, but I've studied enough of his materials to feel like I know him. He is a master at personal growth and development, and he was also a multi-million-dollar earner in network marketing. And in this 7-minute clip, I'm going to introduce to you how you can make something out of nothing. I'd like to introduce to you Jim Rohn.
First, to turn nothing into something, you start with ideas and imagination. Now, it's hard to call ideas and imagination nothing. How tangible are ideas and imagination? It's a bit of a mystery. So you can't really call ideas that can be turned into a hotel, ideas that can be turned into an enterprise, ideas that can be turned into the Salk vaccine, ideas that can be turned into miracle products, ideas. You couldn't really call the idea nothing. It must have some kind of substance. And imagination can't really be nothing. We call it nothing because it isn't tangible. It isn't like a podium. It isn't that real. But it is almost real. So to turn nothing into something, you start with ideas and imagination. Interesting. Ideas that become so powerful in your mind and your consciousness, they seem real to you even before they become tangible. Imagination that is so strong that you can actually see it. You can actually see it. When I built my first home for my family in Idaho all those years ago, before I started construction on this home, I used to take my friends and associates out to the vacant property and take them on a tour through the house. Is that possible? Is it possible to take someone on a tour through an imaginary house? And the answer is yes. I used to say, this is the 3-car garage, and the guy would look and say, yes, this garage will hold 3 cars. Right? I mean, I could really make it real, make it live. I would take them on a tour through the house. Here's the fireplace, and this fireplace is brick on one side and it's stone on the other side. I could make it real. Here's the rest of the house. Here's the kitchen with this view window. And they would look out the window as I took them on this tour. One day I made this house so real, one of my friends bumped his elbow on the fireplace. I mean, it was that real. So imagination, we call it nothing simply because nothing in terms of being tangible. But it is so real, it's almost real. So the first step is to imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities. One of the reasons for seminars and sermons and the lyrics from songs and testimonials of others is to give us an idea of the possibilities. To imagine the possibilities. Now here's the second step of turning nothing into something. And that is to believe that what you imagine is possible for you. To believe that what you imagine is possible for you. And we become supported by testimonials that say something like, if I can do it, you can do it. And we start believing that. First, we imagine what's possible. Second, we start to believe that what's possible is possible for us. We might also believe because of our own testimonial. Here's what our testimonial might say. If I did it once, what? I could do it again. If it happened for me before, it could very well happen again. So we believe not only the testimonials of others who say, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can change, you can change. If I can start with nothing, you can start with nothing. If I can turn it all around, you can turn it all around. Then we also have the support of our own testimonial. If we've accomplished something before, if we did it once, we can do it again. If we did it last year, we could do it this year. So those two things are very powerful. Now, they're not actual substance, although they're very close. One is to imagine the possibilities. Two is to imagine that what's possible is possible for you. Here's what we call that second step, faith to believe. In fact, one writer said this, faith is substance. An interesting word, that the powerful ability to believe in the possibilities that are possible for you. If you have faith to believe, that faith is substance Substance meaning a piece of the real. Now, it's not the real, it's not the podium, but it is so powerful that it's so close to being real. So the writer said the faith is a piece of, the substance of, and then he called it evidence, substance and evidence. So it's difficult to call substance and evidence nothing. It is nothing in the sense that it can't be seen except with the inner eye. You can't get a hold of it because it isn't yet tangible. But it is possible to turn nothing, especially ideas and imagination. Now, if you believe that it's possible for you, that substance and evidence becomes so powerful that it now can be turned into reality. So the first step is to imagine what's possible. Second step, to believe that what's possible is possible for you. Now, here's the third step, and that is to go to work and make it real. You go to work and make it a podium. You go to work and make it a hotel. You go to work and make it an enterprise. You go to work and make it good health. You go to work and make it an association. You go to work and make it a good marriage. You now go to work and make it a movement. You make it tangible. You make it viable. You breathe life into it. And then you construct it. That is such a powerful ability for all of us as human beings. I just wanted to take the time to drop that in before I move on to so many other subjects. How to turn nothing into something. Now, here's the last part. It takes the disciplined activity to turn nothing into something finally. Faith without the activity serves no useful purpose. But faith invested into the activity creates reality. Once I understood that, I knew then it was possible to build a career. I knew it was possible to build good health. I knew it was possible to build a relationship. I knew I could participate in the constructing of valuable things, valuable enterprises, valuable things that would help and benefit other people. I knew I could be part of it, and I knew I could do it once I understood this formula. So here's the last part now. Appreciate now the disciplines that turns imagination into reality. Because without the disciplines, it doesn't work. The discipline is the last piece of the miracle process. The last piece of the miracle process is to do the work. To do the work of good health. To do the work of a relationship. To do the work of building this hotel.